So this video will show us how to go from milliliters of a liquid to grams of a liquid. Sorry, I apologize, grams of bromine. Okay? It will still be liquids, not changing state, but milliliters to grams. You're figuring out the mass of whatever fluid that is. So, we'll look at our chart. Your chart says milliliters of a liquid to grams of the same substance. They're both A, right? So we'll say they're both Br2 in this case. Bromine is liquid at room temperature. That's why I picked it. Okay? What do you use for that? Should be written right here. It says use the density. Use the density. In this case, you're given the density. I'm going to make it up. Let's say the density of bromine equals 1.3 grams per milliliter. Okay, that's always going to change. Don't think that the 1.3 is always going to be 1.3. It's going to change depending on the problem. Okay, if you have water, the density is 1. If you have glycerin or something like that, it's going to have a different density. Think about what floats, right? If it floats, it's going to have a lower density. If it sinks, it has a heavier density. That's what you need to think of there. So, we'll talk about that in solutions now. So, let's go ahead and do our T. What we start with goes in the top left. 3 milliliters of bromine. You don't need to write liquid. I just wrote liquid here to make sure that you knew, hey, it's a liquid and we're not doing the gas conversion. So, 3 milliliters of bromine. Bottom right, I get rid of it. Once again, only your units go, not your number. What you're looking for goes in the top right. So in this case, I'm going from milliliters of a liquid to grams of bromine. Okay? You notice this number? That's the density. You're going to use the density to go from one to the other. Remember, on yours it says use density. So let me rewrite this number. 1.3 grams and 1 milliliter. That means if you have 1 milliliter of bromine, it's going to have a mass of 1.3 grams. Okay? That's one way to write it. Another way to write it is 1 milliliter, 1.3 grams. Same thing, it's just upside down. Okay? So, let's change. This one looks like that. You notice grams on top, milliliters on bottom. So 1.3 grams, 1 milliliter. Once again, this is just coming from the density that we were given in the problem. We multiply 3 times 1.3, which is obviously 3.9. Grams of Br2. Okay, whatever is on the top right are my final units. So anytime you go milliliters of a liquid to grams of the same substance, A to A, this is how you'll do it. Okay?